Tell me in 15 minutes.
You're ready. You're live.
Hello, family, Facebook Live. How are you? It's a beautiful day, although it's cold outside. It's really a beautiful day that God allow us to be alive, to be breathing, to come to you again to share something very important on my heart. I just want to chat, have a simple conversation to keep us conscious of different areas in our lives that can help us grow and change and become our best self. So I'll wait until people log in. But again, thank you for taking the time to listen. Today we're going to do three videos and they're going to be uploaded to YouTube as well, simultaneously as it's being uploaded to Facebook Live. And this is a topic that I really am passionate about. A little story behind this. 7 years or 6 years ago, I was up very early one morning and just praying and thinking about certain situation in my life and many people that I know. And I put on Daystar and Joni Lamb had on Dr. Doug Wise, and he was talking about couples that are married and feel alone, intimacy, anorexia, and it really caught my attention. So since then, I've read several of his books completely. I've called his headquarters in Colorado Springs. I've sent somebody there to get some help because they were hurting. And so this is a very important topic. So I'm grateful for Dr. Doug Weiss that after seeing thousands of couples that he saw this trend as well and was able to put it into words and written about it. And so I meet people personally because I'm a people's person. I love people. People are willing to share things with me intimately, and then sometimes I can give them resources. So I had a health food store for 7 years, and that was almost 12, 13 years ago. But I still help people with their health a lot. And then the part that I really love to do is to help people emotionally, relationally, mentally, and psychologically and provide different tools and help them because this is something that I'm very passionate about. Been studying about it, read a lot of books for the last 18 years, took a lot of courses, and um, still pay for coaching for myself and really accountable to people that I feel that can hold me to walk in my truth and not just shrink back. And so a lot of people are hurting all over the world. This is Asia, India, the Caribbean island, and even in this country, we are dealing with it. It's called people are married but feel alone and just dealing with intimacy, anorexia. Your partner, your spouse, or you yourself might not be able to connect with your mate on an intimate level. And every problem is fixable. The pain comes when people refusing to fix the problem. And I have personally talked to a lot of people, I help a lot of people with this issue, feeling married and alone. And you're like, is this the life that I want to live? Being in a situation where you get close, then you're distance, close, then you're distance. So it's a constant back and forth. So I wanted to ask some questions that if you're dealing with this, do you feel like a roommate with your mate? You're just living in the house, you're existing, you're paying the bills, you go your way, they come their way, you talk, surface communication, but no real deep, intimate communication where you're not able to be transparent. If you do, they get very angry and upset. Do you feel starved in the marriage where you feel like, you know what? We might have sex but no intimacy because intimacy is into me. I see you, I know something is bothering you. Can we talk about it? If there is a problem, you take ownership, take ownership, we get the help that we need. We talk to a friend, we talk to a therapist, a doctor, we get help for our health if it's hormonally um, an issue. Is it you're overweight, underweight? What is it, right? Do you feel alone? A lot of times you're there with the person in bed, you're there alone, but you feel alone because you feel unseen, unheard. You feel like there is no transparency between the two of you. You're just coexisting in the marriage, and you have the paperwork to prove that. But that's what it's all about. And so, as I stated, I have to give Dr. Doug Wise the credit for all of this. But when you've seen it firsthand for the last 30 years, and I've seen it for the last 37 years, I am fully aware of what it is by helping other people and even some things in my own life. So we got to be real, family. There's nobody putting on any show here. For me, I am desperate and radical about not remaining the same because, as I always stated in the previous video, I have my 4 children and 5 grandchildren that I want to make sure that they see who I am and be truthful to them. Because it's okay to be, you should put a front public success but private failure, and they don't see the real me. And so I'm grateful that I don't get to make excuses for my own weaknesses and the things that I fail in, but I get to be accountable to people that say, no, that's not right, and you need to change that. And so I'm grateful. I'm grateful for that. So I just want to encourage all of us that don't make excuses if this is who you are. So what is the definition of intimacy anorexia? An active withholding of sexual, emotional, relational, and spiritual closeness from your spouse, specifically from your spouse. You can be good to the people at church, the temple, the mosque, you can go there. Your customer, you can be good, your boss, your co-worker, people in private, you could talk to them casually. But where it comes to your mate, it is an active withholding of sexual, emotional, relational, and spiritual closeness. As you know, that they're only, I'm a Christian, I'm a believer, and I'm grateful for that, that God loved me enough to save me at the age of 16. And I've had the privilege of walking with God for the last 37 years, 36 years. And so I take it very seriously that I get to be in a relationship with this wonderful, awesome Savior that cares about every detail of our lives. He doesn't only want us to go to church or go to the temple or where you choose to go and then come back and just wounded and broken and shattered in these places. And when you try to tell people that this is happening, they don't believe you because you don't have a word to put it. You don't have a word to call it. Well, 6, 7 years ago, when I was sitting in front on my bed at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, I was mesmerized by the program that talking about married and alone and intimacy and anorexia. And I've been sharing that with people everywhere I go and challenge people, help people to change and just to encourage people. So family, I want you to share this video with everybody that you come across to because people are suffering in silence. And that's why the rate of cancer and heart attack is so high because we suffer in silence and we don't know what to do. And if you're living in India or Pakistan or Guyana, we've heard from people from Pakistan, India, Dubai, and all over the world, there is a solution to this problem, but we have to be willing. We have to be willing. Everything is willingness to be accountable, willingness to change, willingness to take ownership to say, this is what I'm doing and it's not serving me. And here's the part that I want to encourage you to think about. If this is what you model for your children, they're going to become that or they're going to attract that. Our children can be do we are their first role model, what it looks like relationally, emotionally, spiritually, psychologically, intellectually, academically. We are their first role model. And I'm not where I want to be, but I'm not where I used to be. So this is a serious matter. Marriages are ending in the body of Christ as it is in the world because we have the same pathology, we have the same pain that we don't deal with. We just want to dress it up. We want to look good on the inside, outside, look makeup, nails, what have you, but we don't take time to deal with the inside. And that's what I want to challenge us to take time to deal with the inside. Send me a message, send me an email, patricia@destinyshaper.org, and let me know what you're thinking about this. What are the topics you want me to discuss in the future? So I want to give you, I give you the definition of what an intimate anorexia look like. How do they show up in a marriage? It's an active withholding of sexual, emotional, relational, and spiritual closeness from their mate. It does not show up anywhere else, like I stated. Everybody else think you will have the best spouse in the world. You're great. They're good. What is your problem? So they don't see the degree of the pain. But for those that have lived with it, or for those that are struggling with this, you can relate. This is a relatable topic. And so, like I stated many times, we're more alike than we're different. It doesn't matter what part of the world you're from, we all want to be successful in life. We all want to do good in life. And so it does not show up in any other relationship. Everyone else thinks your mate is the best person on the planet Earth except you because you know the truth. But when they come home and they're either on the computer, they are on their phone, they are working in the yard, they're watching television, anything to distract or distance from you because they don't want to be close. And so everyone around them except you feel the magnitude of that loneliness. And one of the persons that I think of often when I think about this, a public figure, is Lady Diana. I just love her. I love so much about her. But I've listened to a lot of her speeches, and when she was alive and even after she died, some of the things that she did because she was married and alone. She was starving. She was starving for emotional connection, relational connection. She was starving. What did she do? She went outside to seek that. And a lot of people do that. They have a fear, they turn to drugs, alcohol, they turn to different means, masturbation, pornography, shopping, gambling, lying, cheating, gain a lot of weight. Some people gain 100 pounds and so turn to different things when we feel so lonely and pain. Because the only relationship that we are allowed to experience through intimacy, relationally, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, is in marriage. That's what it was designed to do, is to meet each other need. And so I understand that each one of us come from different backgrounds and we were wounded, we were not able to be real. Our parents give us clothes and food and send us to school, but because they were not aware of emotional, relational, psychological, and spiritual healing, they couldn't give us what they didn't have. But it's now our responsibility to take the task on to say, this is who I am. I give everything to my workplace, and then I come home and I give crumbs to my mate. I give them leftover, but then I want to have sex now and then in bed, and then think that that's intimacy. That's not intimacy. That's just getting a release or whatever you call it, but it's not intimacy. Intimacy is into me. Do you see me? Do you hear me? Do you know me? And so people that are living with a spouse that have intimacy anorexia, they find every means to be busy. Busy when it comes to you. I can't go on a date night because I'm busy. I can't do this because I'm working in the yard. I can't do this because this old lady at the church needs me. I can't do this because, I have to do God work or what have you. We make all the excuses in the book other than dealing with what it is that we need to deal with. But the only relationship that we're allowed to be connected and meet each other needs sexually and emotionally and relationally is in marriage. And we are called to throughout the day to notice each other. Send a text message, send a picture, send something to say, I think about you, I miss you, I love you. But anorexia wouldn't do that because what they do, one of their mark is they withhold any type of encouragement. And so I want to go over three things today, and then we're going to do segment 1, 2, and 3. Number one, busy. They are busy. They're constantly busy. Like I stated before, busy helping an old lady, busy helping somebody at church, busy cleaning the yard, busy um, the computer, busy addressing email, busy on Facebook, busy on Instagram. It's always an excuse to be busy so they don't have to connect with you in a transparent, in a safe, connected way. Because when you choose to do that, it's going to be painful sometimes, but it gets better if you commit to that. So busyness comes in all forms, excuses after excuses. And so the spouse that are wanting more love and more connection and more touch, they are feeling an unbearable pain, anorexia, just go about their business. Because in their mind, this is why I'm doing it. You don't deserve for me to do this. You don't deserve for me to be close to you. So it's a form of punishment, constant punishment. So, family, I just wanted you to think about that. I'm going to continue number two and number three. And then next week, we're going to pick up with the rest of it because there are 10 of them. I'm grateful that I get to come into your home. Please share the video. Please like the video so that we can get more people listening and more people aware of this so that we can stop the bleeding of so much unhappy marriages and so much pain and disconnected relationship. I am very, very, very committed to encourage people. How do we have safe, connected relationship? It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of commitment on our part to say, you know what, I'm going to be strategic. Just like how you want a promotion at work and you do everything or you want to grow your business, you're very strategic. Your relationship needs us to be strategic and intentional so that we can have the love that we want. I know it's possible. I know we can have it, but it takes a strategic commitment. Thank you for listening, and we're going to do another set of videos. So just log in, share it. Talk to you soon.